Alrighty guys, Joey Antonopoulos back with another video. It's been, I think, close to a year since my last post. A lot of things are going on. New boat, getting married, new condo. So this view you're seeing right now, this is my backyard. This is my future wife's backyard. We live in Tampa. With that being said, you know, I've taken a lot of thought in this YouTube thing, and I'm gonna be fishing a lot more. Probably just after work and on the weekends, and I'm gonna try recording a lot more and being consistent. But today I got out there, and today I got out there after work. Somehow on a goofy jig, I was trying to catch ladyfish for reds, and I caught a pinfish. This is a big pinfish. I was able to cut it up into multiple pieces, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. We got into some fish. I was on the boat by myself, and yeah, the no-seams right now are terrible. That's why the camera's moving around a little bit. But
sorry.
You know, great fishing today. Enjoy the video, guys. If you haven't subbed already, sub. Keep following along. I'm gonna be posting a lot more content about the boat, fishing, more tip videos, all that stuff. So stay tuned, guys. We got a lot of good content coming on the way. But yeah, enjoy, guys. Good,
like and
good
subscribe.
video coming up. All right, cool. All right, we're fishing some docks today, folks, and we're skipping a little Z-Man diesel minnow under, letting it sink, and then just gonna slowly retrieve it back, maybe knocking around a little bit. Little Baratic retrieve. Baratic retrieve. Shout out Matt Mazurkowitz, the founder of the long lost technique, founded at the DuPage River. But yeah, we're gonna see if we can get in some fish, man. We got a nice little, I think we got a tail end of an incoming, and the water should start moving out in an hour or so. So we should have moving water here this whole time. So it should be good. I'm trying to get it as deep as I can. I might even pull my top water out here in a minute, but that was a good cast. You really got to make sure you're getting it close to the cover, because these snook, these redfish, they are always tight to cover. So if you're gonna learn anything from watching my videos, is make that cast that you're not so confident in. Get better with your casting. Inshore fishing specifically, man, a lot of it is cast accuracy and getting it to where all the other guys who fish this dock couldn't get their lure. So, and as you can see, after about 5 or 6 cranks in a spot, I'm already burning it in to make my next cast, because if they're not right where I threw it normally, I don't really get a whole lot of bites. It's usually a reaction bite tight to the cover that I'm casting to, so I'll start burning it in. Cover a lot of water. In many ways it's like bass fishing, but as a lot of my Illinois buddies can attest to, these fish are definitely not as stupid as bass. All right, third dock. So far, nothing. But again, I think a lot of it too right now, the water's not moving a whole lot, and these dock fish, oh man. Oh, there goes that lure. I'm not going back there and getting that. All I have now to use is a top water. That's my casting accuracy right there, fellas. Brutal cast. Just embarrassing. Oh my god, another one. All right, I can get that. Just that was 2 inches away from being the cast. I can't believe this. Oh. I need that pinfish, dude. I only got one of them. All right, so this is a giant red. Completely switched up my spots, my whole game plan for today. And look at this redfish. So I need to get that in the rod holder. Cut pinfish. Hey, I got a huge red on. Let me call you right back. Yeah, this is what we wanted here. This is the target species. I have no bait when I come out here. So what do? I put on a goofy jig. Somehow I catch a pinfish on it. And then there you have it. Tampa Bay redfish. By the way, we're in like 2 inches of water. I think I might double up here, which is not what I want. I gotta put a hurting on this fish now. Land him. Do not want to lose that bait. Nice. Just got the hook out. Super clean. Still got the pin. We're gonna get another bait in the water. Let's get this guy released. And let's keep fishing. We got another rod out. We got only 2 pieces of pinfish because I cut them in half. And this guy's ready to go. Just a second here. Last time I did this, I got splashed, but we'll see. Oh, let's go. Oh, there's another one. Another red. Another nice red, man. Golly. Oh. Let's get the net. This guy didn't fight at all. Sheesh. I don't think I'm getting the bait back with this one. This one's bigger. 100%. Sheesh. It's gonna be much better. Oh, don't knock the GoPro in. Come on. All right, guys. Solo trip after work. And that's redfish number 2, just about the same size. I mean, it's that time of year. It's fall in Tampa Bay, so these fish they're all over the place. They're in shallow water and they are chewing. So let's get this guy back. Ooh. Yeah, we didn't have a long fight, so I would assume he'd be ready quick. Later, nerd. Fish swam right over my other line. Man, I think I'm gonna mess up my trolling motor. Wow. Haven't had a day like this since last fall. Get them in. Anyone else just love the head shakes that redfish do? These guys just don't give up. No matter what size they are, It doesn't matter. They're gonna give you a run for your money. Every time. Like this one right here, I don't know what this guy's trying to do. He's trying to find a trolling motor, he's trying to find a power pull, something he could get free with. There's another one. Wow, another really nice one. So for those of you that want to know, you know, how I found this spot, how I find most of my spots, I just cruise around on the trolling motor. I look for mullet, I look for bait. This spot, a couple weeks ago, I was seeing a lot of mullet, a lot of glass minnows, and it just looked like, you know, a good spot for some reds. And sure enough, there he goes. Sure enough, they're here. So we got one more bait left. I'm gonna catch a fish on it and I'm gonna go home. So let's do it. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys what kind of spot I'm targeting. So you see this little mangrove cutout? I'm trying to get it, I'm trying to get it as close to that cutout as possible and as far in. Like, that's great. That's gonna get eaten. And we're gonna see how long it takes. So the last couple bites, it's been a couple minutes, but the first two, I should say, and then the third bite was pretty quick. I was actually mid changing out my GoPro battery, which I didn't get to do. So hopefully this doesn't die here, but this should be the last fish of the day, pending it takes my bait, which I assume it will. But man, 3 redfish in a after work session. I mean, I've been out here for a couple hours tops. Lucky enough to catch that pinfish on a goofy jig, and then what originally was going to be, you know, snook and tarpon day, hopefully, completely switched gears. As soon as I caught that pinfish, I was just like, okay, where am I going to find redfish to eat this thing, basically? So really happy with my decision right now. Tried a new spot. Again, I've been seeing a lot of mullet, glass minnows in this area, so I knew that there were going to be some fish around. And this is a spot where on a low tide, the water in here is maybe a couple inches deep, but on this high tide, I actually think there's a couple creeks back here, and I think that's why this spot's so good. But these redfish, I mean, I'm hearing pops 30 yards back into the mangroves, so they're in there. But again, you got to get it as close to those mangroves as possible so that they can sniff out your bait and come out and eat it. But I'm going to move this one really quick because I'm getting impatient. That's perfect. And now I'm going to sit down and relax. This is a nice thing about cut bait fishing. It's not a whole lot of work. Just got to make sure you got the right bait, you're in the right spot. With redfish, for me at least, though, it's always been about finding where these fish are positioning, because I'll fish some flats and it's like I'm casting, you know, 50 yards from shore into this little hole on the flat where they're stacking up or they're swimming by, and then this is the type of spot to where they're tied up against the mangroves. This is kind of reminds me of Caladesi Island in Dunedin. Another, you know, great fishery, but those fish, they usually hang up in that shallow water for the most part, tight to the mangroves, which is fun. I mean, I love doing this, because as soon as you hook them, you know you got to pull them out or they're going to break you off. I'm using 20-pound leader, 15-pound braid, so I'm putting some heat on them right away, and then once they get out, I let them run a little bit, tire themselves out. What? I don't know what just happened. I might have had a shark, or that's a bad knot. That's tough. Yeah, it's really hard to leave fish biting, but that's what I got to do right now. I'm on a bait.